Nice.
Oh, walk away! It's done! TNT!
Yes, ladies and gents, thanks very much for joining us. A couple of quick thank yous. Thank you to the all the new subscribers, much appreciated. This evening I've got Robbie TNT on with me. Just fought up BKFC 37 with a huge knockout victory over Jack Draper. And is also scheduled to fight against Conor Cooke at BKFC 40 in Leeds. So introducing into the Red Korner, Robbie Kennedy. Hello, my brother. How are you doing?
Hi, Russ. I'm good, brother. Thank you. I'm good. I'm
good, man.
Right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So you all healed up all right and
Thanks,
everything, fully recovered?
Yeah. Yeah, a few bruises. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, a nice stitch at the side of the ear as well. But yeah, other than that, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good to go again.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, as I mentioned, huge knockout victory against Jack Draper at BKFC 37. Unbelievable, that uppercut came from way back, didn't it? You know, if it wasn't someone like Jack, I don't think that would have took somebody's head. Say again, sorry?
Yeah, he was a strong guy. Yeah, it was a bit of a firefight, man. He was a strong. You know, I'm not gonna lie, he was a strong guy. I got caught with a big shot on the way in before that, and you know, that's what initial clinch. You know? And yeah, you know, just working the combination that we've been drilling at the gym, and yeah, just managed to land it. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Excellent. Yeah, tough. I mean, Jack's a tough guy. He made his debut. You made your debut. You took the fight on very short notice. How long was it before you agreed?
It was like 5 days. I mean, I got a phone call from Danny Mitchell, my coach, on like the Sunday evening, kind of like, do you want to fight? I'm like, yeah, what in? He's like, oh, Ben. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't sure, you know, because we've already spoke about it a little bit. And I said I'd kind of focus a little bit more on, you know, after a bit more, I've done a few more MMA bouts. But you know what? I just thought, why not? You know, I've not got up booked in, and I just said, let's have it. So yeah, I think about Tuesday, Wednesday, it was yeah, confirmed, and obviously got the medical done, and then yeah, the trip down to London.
Oh, you must have been buzzing, mate. So it was, like I say, it was your debut in bare knuckle, but you're an MMA fighter as well. You've had a few MMA fights, as you could see on the little video beforehand. Yeah. That front knockout kick was unbelievable.
Yeah.
How did you get into combat sports?
Yeah,
back to the start. How did you get into it?
I got into combat sports through my daughter. You know, hence the TNT, and obviously the fight nickname. I always felt like kids were the main reason why I got into martial arts initially. I did taekwondo at a very age. I must have been about 7, 8, and got my yellow belt, and that was it. I probably didn't really do it as much as such when I was younger. Fell out of love with it. I didn't want to learn another language. I didn't want to learn, you know, another language. I struggled, and then it wasn't until I was about 22 I got into like kickboxing a little bit after my daughter was born. So yeah, obviously she was born with Down syndrome, so thought, how can I defend her? And yeah, mate, mithering me about going to kickboxing, and yeah, that was it. This is the journey, you know. I'm still journey now, the martial arts journey of yeah, way back when.
So you've had is it 7 MMA fights altogether?
Yeah, I've had 7 pro, and I had amateur. Even that was a short, you know, if I'm honest, a short mixed martial arts career so far. Obviously, I'm still planning on having a few more MMA bouts. Obviously, yeah, just enjoying the bare knuckle for the minute, you know. So obviously, I'm planning going to MMA after this bout, but you know, I'm just going to see where we're at, see what happens, you know, and see where the journey takes us, man.
So you came in for the fight against Jack as a heavyweight. Is that your natural fighting weight then, in heavyweight?
No, I'm a light heavyweight, and even that I'm a bit lighter. I'll be honest. I don't really do much strength and conditioning. I've been a bit slack. I'm not gonna lie. I slacked off a little bit, which you know, I'm just there. Obviously, I wasn't in full fight camp mode, but you know, it was just one of them. I felt good in my training that we've been doing. You know, obviously other bits and bats at the gym anyway, because obviously I train at AVT, which is a mixed martial arts gym. So you know, we work on all elements of obviously combat sport. So yeah, I just thought, why not? After the well.
So what's your gym called? Where you train?
Yeah, where I train, that's AVT, Asylum Valley Tudor. To some that do know the fight game and the history behind it, run by head coach Danny Mitchell and Jay Furness, 2 absolute legends in the game, and obviously there's many other coaches there. I'm one of the striking coaches as well, but yeah, we've got some, you know, and you know, some really tough competitors down at the gym. It's in Leeds, Morley. Yeah, it's a good gym, man. Really good gym.
Good stuff. Yeah. Obviously, you've fought on many shows, but how did the BKFC compare to the shows that you fought on?
Yeah, it was a really good show. You know, really impressed with how it was and how it was organised and how it was run. You know, on the day, you know, there was a few issues on the day with a few fighters and whatnot, and a lot of things got resolved even on the day. So, you know, credit to the staff, credit to the team, and you know, everyone working behind the scenes that, you know, managed to put on a really good show. I was really, you know, really enjoyed it, and like I said, that's why I'm fighting again on the show.
Yeah. So do you see yourself staying in bare knuckle for a good while? You're here to make a statement, or are you just going to kind of dip your toes and go back to MMA? Or
No, like I said, I'm letting people know I'm a complete martial artist. I'm a complete fighter, you know. So if it means I fight bare knuckle 1 month, and then the next month I'm fighting MMA, the next month I might be jiu-jitsu, the next month I might be doing a K1 fight. That's just me. Like I said, I'm a fighter. So you know, if I dip my toes in a sport, then you know I'm jumping all in. You know, I'm going all in and everything I can, and just going in, man.
so you fight against Conor Cooke that you've got coming up in Leeds, BKFC 40, 22nd of April. Is that heavyweight as well? Or are you dropping down?
No, that's going to be a lighter weight. I believe that's going to be around about 93 kilos. Obviously, I believe it should be confirmed at about 93 kilos. So yeah, 93. It's like cruiserweight. I'm not sure. Like I said, on weight divisions, it's cruiserweight, super cruiserweight, light heavy.
Yeah,
you know, I know it's started different in all the combat leagues.
I think that's cruiserweight in the BKFC. Have you got your eye on anyone else on the roster at cruiserweight then, or?
No, you know what? I'm not watching anyone. I'm not that kind of fighter who calls people out. You know, I'm more than happy to fight anybody. You know, if anyone calls me, yeah, so be it. You know, if somebody wants to fight, then yeah, we'll fight anyone. But I'm not that kind of guy to call out. I watch and I respect the sport, and I respect obviously other people's talents.
Yeah. So you jumped straight back into another camp. How's training going?
Going well. I did about an hour of sparring. But yeah, training, really enjoying it. Obviously, the camp's going strong, feeling good. And obviously, this time I've got more time to prepare for it. So, just expect fireworks as always. Anytime I fight, just expect fireworks.
Yeah. Is there anything that you do different in training for bare knuckle then as your normal training?
I work the bag a little bit more. I feel like obviously just striking bare knuckle, working on the pads, like even when I'm doing, drills with my coaches and things like that, I'll be just, sometimes I'll bare knuckle, just to get the feel of it a little bit differently. So obviously, yeah, MMA, well, pro MMA, yeah, is a lot different. Even amateur MMA is a lot different. Boxing's a lot different. They're all different kinds of ranges that you've got to adjust to and start to understand your reach and you know how to control that in different, like I say, combat. So yeah, just try to work it differently. A little bit obviously a lot more boxing. But yeah, just working it different with the bag work.
Yeah, even the shape that you came in for taking the fight on short notice against Jack. I mean, you came in fantastic shape as well. You look like an athlete. Do you keep fit all
Yeah, I
year
do
round?
try. Yeah, I do try. I try and stay just in shape. That's why I'm saying like fighting fit. That's why we have the motto. I don't want to say it again, but yeah, we fight any cunt, or we fight any chap. If is a gentleman PG version, sorry. But yeah, that's the motto at AVT. You've got, like I said, I've got a really strong mindset around with the coaches and the training partners that I train with. Got guys fighting in PFL, guys fighting on Cage War, guys fighting, all over the world, man. So his team's doing really well at AVT. Everyone's really performing really well. So I think there's a good buzz around the gym.
Yeah. And obviously Dan Hardy's just been taken a position with the PFL as well, hasn't he? So he's always looking out for new English talent at the moment.
Yeah, well, I think obviously I've said it, before in podcasts. UK talent gets massively overlooked. There is a lot of talent in UK. Speaking of UK, I'll say England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, Northern Ireland. There's a lot of talent in all of these countries, which does get massively overlooked because we are small, in the world. But compared to other countries, we don't do anything different and we train just as hard. So, I think obviously it's time for a lot of UK talent to be shown, worldwide, man.
Yeah, and I think that's what, the UFC coming over, they're doing 4 shows in the UK this year, I think. And BKFC doing a show bi-monthly every 2 months now in the UK. Hopefully these lads can can showcase their talent and come to the forefront.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I said, there is so much talent in England, and like I said, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, and Northern Ireland. There's so much talent over here, and hopefully we get put on the map a little bit more.
Yeah. Do you know much about Conor Cooke, your opponent at the BKFC, or are you a person that doesn't really matter about your opponent? It's just a torso and a leg and arms and and a head,
I don't want to say he's just another opponent because he's another opponent. He's someone who's going to be stepping in the ring, the cage, the mats. So I've got to be wary of him. I've got to be, aware of what he's, capable of doing as well. I know he's fought pro MMA himself too, so I know he'll have a different look on the bare knuckle. I know he's obviously meant to be a professional boxer. So yeah, like I said, obviously if that's the background, I'll just see what he's about when we step in the ring.
Yeah, but you've done boxing as well. You were an amateur boxer, weren't you?
Yeah, I've done a little bit. A few years ago, like I said, when I first started kickboxing, like I say 11, 12 years ago now, first started. And then I did boxing for, I don't know, even about 5-6 years ago, for probably the first boxing fight. It was just amateur, you know. I first did one of them ultra charity events, did one of them. Obviously, the coaches obviously said, "Oh, yeah, you know, it's all right." And then I did another one, you know, like a bit more of a better show, a better venue, and yeah, obviously had a little, you know, a little dabble of boxing, and yeah, I did fights of boxing, and yeah, I did all right, you know, 4-2, you know, fights are on YouTube somewhere. I'm sure people, if you want to YouTube me, they'll search my channel, whatever, and you know, I've done a bit of everything, even MC'd at one point, you know, I've got a music track out there, you know. So, yeah, I've done a bit of everything, man. Multi-talented, you know. That's what I call raw talent, man. Raw talent.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you can get you as well. Raw Talent's your Instagram handle, isn't it? So
yeah, my main Instagram got hacked, and it got hacked last year. I've still not got it back. I've messaged Instagram, I've emailed Instagram. You know, I think like even Paddy Pimblett said the lizards, man, and I call them out. Like I just call it faggot book and Nonstagram to me. You know, and this is why I was saying it in my fight. You know, fuck all the nonsense and the ponces in power, because we've got too much corruption in the world. And I won't get into. I know it's a different matter for a different day and a different topic, but you know, what's going on in the world is you know. But yeah, man, like I said, it's yeah, you know. So yeah, my old Instagram got hacked anyway. Can't get it back. Raw Talent Martial Arts with a backup one, and it's the only I can get. It's the only one I can get into. So can't get into my main one. Can't get access to it. So, yeah.
So out of all the combat sports that you've trained in, that you do train in now, have you got a one that you particularly like? Your favourite?
I'm not gonna lie, obviously it is MMA. You know, MMA is my favourite because of how diverse you have to be as a fighter. You know, you've got so much going on. You know, you've got your wrestling, your grappling, your striking. You know, your clinch work, your submission. You know, just so much. You know, and it's a lot to learn, and it's good, man. You know, every day is a learning day, and just enjoying it. Really enjoying
and the clinch work will come in very handy in the BKFC as well, because you can clinch.
Yeah, you can dirty box, which is nice. So obviously you can't do that in amateur normal boxing, but you can do it in the BKFC, which is it's a nice touch. It's a nice little addition.
Yeah, I think it's an underutilized tool in the BKFC. A lot of, you know, you see a lot of not many of the fighters do it. I don't think, or not as much as they could.
No, I think a lot of fighters just go in there and you just want to maybe just swing it out, and that's something that, you know, I'm not getting into that. I've done it many years ago in my kickboxing days, you know, just going toe to toe and bam, 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 pointless, you know. So I want to get a concussion and, you know, early retirement, then no point. You know, I'm in there to do a job. So, yeah, man, in and out.
Yeah.
Make it work for me.
So coming in as a mixed martial artist, I mean, your stance in the Jack fight with the elbow up, and what was that from? How did you come up with that?
So that's some old school, like, you know, if you watch, I don't want to say Floyd Mayweather because he does like a Philly shell. So even like a Philly shell, obviously, you know, boxers will know, you know, the Philly shell kind of style, and just extending the elbow a little bit is from kickboxing. You know, that's more point style. So it's like, obviously, I knew Jack could have power on me as such, but I knew I'd have speed on him. So I had to just use my speed. And I know, like I said, no one's going to have seen a style like that before. You wouldn't see something like that in boxing, professional boxing now, because, yeah, they probably wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
But I can get away with it in BKFC, you know, so it's different.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't think I've ever really seen it at all. It was, it must have thrown Jack as well, I'm guessing, with the stance, because you switch hitting as well.
Yeah. And that's just from kickboxing days, you know. Obviously, the kickboxing style we're taught to train orthodox and southpaw. So when you keep switching it up on people and, you know, they're not quite, it throws anyone off. Even just a lot of people that fight southpaws, it throws them off anyway because they're not used to a southpaw, they're just used to an orthodox person. So you keep switching that up, and I'm comfortable. Like I said, I'm at a stage of my life now where I'm comfortable with my striking. I will stand and bang with anyone. I'm happy.
Yeah.
If I get knocked out, if they get knocked out, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm a fighter. I'm not here to cherry pick my fights and be like, oh yeah, I don't want this guy, and I'm ducking fights. I'm a fighter. Even in all my fights that I've had over the years, I'm fighting it. So yeah.
Yeah. So how far do you want to go? Have you got a contract with the BKFC?
No big contract signed or anything just yet. Again, I'm guessing they'll probably wait and see how this fight goes for me. Obviously, it is a bit more local, so I'm hoping, I get a few more fans and a few more friends and family support to come down and, obviously turn up a little bit because it is only in Leeds, which is, around the corner from Bradford, really. But yeah, I'm just waiting to see. I'm guessing, like I said, BKFC are waiting to see. Obviously, yeah, if I come on and get another highlight reel, then I'm going to be one of these people that obviously people are going to want to watch because I'm an entertainer. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm just a stand and bang kind of fighter. So yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to it. The card looks stacked as well.
It does, man.
Is there anyone there? Is there anyone in particular that you're looking forward to watch fight if you get the chance?
Yeah, obviously my teammates, Rico, obviously big shout out to the champ, Rico, Mr. Franco, Bonbon. Massive respects to him. He's a big credit to obviously, big inspiration to a lot of people out there, even myself as a fighter as well. Yeah. Man, he's a really humble fighter and
quick turnaround for him as well, isn't it? He was obviously fighting on the London card, and now he's fighting again on the Leeds card as well.
Yeah. He did well as well. I was saying, got a nice little uppercut, so yeah, nice body work. Rico is a champ, man. I got bare love and bare respect for him.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll be looking forward to watching Morgan Starkey hopefully as well. I know he's meant to be fighting on the card.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be looking forward to watching Morgan Starkey as well. He's another lad who's trained at AVT, and I believe one of Rico's students is fighting on the card as well. Aaron. I do apologise if I've pronounced that wrong. Sorry. But yeah, there'll be a few lads, and obviously, yeah, Mr. Horse. I'll be looking forward to watching his fight. I know he's a Yorkshire lad as well. I know he's got a tough opponent in, I believe it. So yeah, it's going to be some good fights, man. Some good fights, and obviously the main event, the main card. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm just looking forward to it. I really enjoyed, like I said, I really enjoyed the atmosphere. Even being at the last fight, I sat there even before my fight. I watched the prelims just live watching it, and I was just like, whoa.
I know the prelims. What a way to start the show! It was unbelievable, wasn't it? Some great fights.
Like, whoa. Yeah, so
Jimmy Justice and
the Scottish cat lad, bless him, like they went toe to toe, like this is what I mean, like that's no disrespect to him. I'm not going toe to toe in bare knuckle. Like if I have to, but I'm not getting bust up like that. I'll tell you now, like, yeah, I got a nice stitch. I got cut. I got bruised up. I got lumped up. Yeah, of course, I got hit. I'm there to be hit. It's a fight, I know. But like the guys were just coming out, and they were just like the eyes. The first round, and the eyes were already out. Here, Lord, busting. I'm like, yo, man, freaking save it for the third or the fourth, bro. You guys got 5 rounds, man. But yeah, it was crazy, man. I enjoyed it,
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of the BKFC as well. I mean, there are guys that are willing just to go in there, stand toe to toe, bang, but like you say, it's at the detriment to what of getting bust up and getting cut and things like that. But fight's a fight, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I respect them. I respect everyone that stepped in there. That's no disrespect to anyone, but like I said, I'm in there to, as Mayweather says, hit and don't get hit, or as any decent boxer will say, hit and don't get hit. That is a main objective as boxing. For me as a striker, hit and don't get hit. But yeah, I'm in there to do a job. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. Now I'm looking forward to it myself. Looking so forward to watch you fight again.
Thank you.
We're going to wrap this up soon, but have you got any sponsors or anyone that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I will shout out to my sponsor. Yeah, bless his soul. He passed away last year, and yeah, so that's why he's close to my heart. Mr. Mercado, 411. He made the T-shirt. Obviously, kids, Taya and Thierry. I know they're not watching, but you know, my Headstrong. He's my OG original strength and conditioner. Excess guards, obviously the gym, AVT, underhooks where I train and teach at, and Eric's gear, MMA Reloaded, Vulcanite, hard fight wear, and I apologise anyone else if I have forgotten you, but they are the main sponsors that help me out. And any new sponsors, if you want to come join me, if you want to get on my T-shirt, if you can see the T-shirt, that's the original after the front kick. You know, we're about it, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
But thank you as well. In the Red Korner.
In the Red Korner podcast. No, thank you for coming on. Yeah. Much appreciated. And we'll keep in touch. You're welcome. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. Let us know how your training's going and stuff. And I'll see you down there. Hopefully get a pint afterwards or something.
Yeah, man, definitely. We'll have a drink, man. We'll have a drink. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thanks very much for coming on, Robbie. I'll see you again soon, mate.
No worries. Take care. Thank you.
Look after yourself. Cheers, mate. Well, ladies and gents, that was Robbie TNT Kennedy. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll have someone else on again at some point in the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much to all the subscribers. Like I say, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Subscriptions go a long way. Help us make more content and things like that. So anyone now, head over to the Fuse UK. I think they're on in a couple of minutes, and he's going to be interviewing Conor Cooke, who is Robbie's opponent. All right, thanks very much. God bless.